Paparazzi on wapTV.
So in terms of self-branding, the quality is excellent. Excellent. When I say excellent, it's excellent. However, the way you make money with AI in the things that you do is what we're going to talk about here. So in terms of self-branding, I'm very satisfied. In terms of the way that we have applied AI to help us to create inventory that we can sell. In media, there's only one way you make money: the spaces that you sell, the content that you sell. Either you take the content as a whole and you sell it, or you break it down and you leave spaces. When you go on YouTube, before, in the middle, at the end, that's how you make money. There is no other way. It is the space that you're selling. If you integrate her Adon by Nikki brand into your content and all that, there is a second that you're selling to her. There's 1 second, there's 2 seconds or something that you're selling to her. So in terms of the branding, the industry is excellent. As many, Uche mentioned that he interviewed more than 500 Nigerian comedians, more than 500. Every single one of them is excellently, distinctively, when I say distinctively, recognizable. One of our biggest OGs in comedy, Kevin Hart, says they are all having a major issue. Part of the challenge that they are having is content creators, streamers, who own their own. I speak show. I was shocked to find that guy collects money in millions of dollars. Not $100,000 or anything that we are fighting about. Millions of dollars. Please listen to this video and thank you very much. Thank you guys for the comedy.
So the business of YouTube, the business of Twitch, etc., is over $1 billion in ad revenue now. That money used to all just be illegal. So the studios are like, what the fuck, man? Explain it to me. He walks around the house all day. He has a camera. What type of production? They're spending $20 million. I think it's an iPhone, to be honest with you. And they got it on the little thing. What do they call it? What's it called? Are you talking about selfie sticks?
You know, when you go to, some of us are Christians here, when you go to church, you see those set of people that normally come with pen and paper that used to shout, "Right on, sir." They don't take anything home. No, a lot of them. They say, "Right on, sir, I can hear you, sir, Papa, sir." There are passive listeners and captive listeners. Yeah, people that just sit to listen. Some people just want to paint that picture of, we are listening to you. So I don't want to tell you about my story. I don't want to tell you about my story, what I've been through, you know. No, I just want us to learn. I want us to, you teach me, I teach you. You understand? So, yeah, 1-1. So a lot of things I'm going to do here or see here today, I'm going to speak extemporaneously, like from here. You understand? Yeah. So we know when people see me, they say, is it not when Gen Z, when they see me, they say, is it not that brother, I need to speak baby grammar. So today is not baby grammar. I'm going to avoid speaking baby grammar. So a powerful comedy brand. A powerful comedy brand is not built on borrowed talent. It's not built on borrowed jokes. It's not built on borrowed personality. A powerful comedy brand is built from truth, your truth. Who you are, what you are. That is what it's built from. Your language, your origin, where you are from, what you do, what you have been through, your struggles in life, the problems you have conquered, the problems you have faced, the hurdles you have jumped, whatever you are going through, it's your content. People tend to relate more with authenticity than perfection. They tend to relate more with, you know, in comedy, call it, what's it called? Relatable jokes that you can relate with. When you pick this around the environment, ridicule it and give it back to your audience. That's spontaneity, right? from what you see, you just ridicule something about it and give, but you see, it provokes extravagant humor more than the scripted kind of comedy. The day you realize that nobody, some people come to my page and say, Edo Pikin, you're a big name in Edo State, blah, 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 help us now, let's survive, want to survive, want to do this. I will not ask the person, who helped me? You have to bring something to the table. Not only women, they need to bring something on the table. You that will need help, come with something so that the person will have to stretch his hands to you to assist you. You need to bring out your hand for another person to stretch his hand, to grab your hands, to assist you and pull you up. You are holding your hands behind your back, you are shouting for help.
Gentlemen, very quickly, we're going straight on to the next speaker, who will be speaking to us on another very salient topic, ladies and gentlemen. He will be talking to us on from idea to screen, why the most powerful person in the room is the one who controls the whole pipeline. This, of course, talks about distribution. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Wale Adenuga.
Came to visit one of your uncle around, you did not meet him at home, you don't have transport to go back, you are wasting your time. I don't have money.
Why they reason that kind of thing? Why they see me? I be taxed for your You see me like beggar, look me for head to toe, after I dig in, not be funds, not be my stress.
So basically, I'm just trying to show, these are the people that, this is one of our productions, Upah and Upah. These are some great men I work with. These are the powerful people. And there are a lot of powerful people here as well. And what I mean, what I mean by that is having to control the whole system from script to screen is a very, very strong thing, and it's very, very important. And that is why we have people, would I say, well, people that choose to feel threatened by the influencers, you understand? Because these are people that are owning their stuff right from the conception of the idea to the final output. So, I'm not a man of many words, I'm a man of action. So I think at this point I'll just stop. I hope I've been able to pass something across to you guys. Thank you very much, thank you very much.
The idea is for us to get to that point where you walk into stores and you would, the House of Ajebo store, and you choose the character you want. You know how Disney is, and by the grace of God, we'll be able to have our own theme park one day where you come in and this area is for Tigolo and Tigolo explores, and this side is, you know, and that's what it truly means to scale. And trust me, we would never have been able to do that without leveraging AI, because creating the animation is one of the hardest part. So this brings me back to the animators I was referring to in the beginning. I said the perspective might seem unfair, but as someone who is thinking, I'm not doing, it's my stroke, it's my no, I'm thinking from the business perspective, and I'm saying, you see, with AI, you can do a lot of things. AI is here to help you. It can help you with content strategies. It can help you with character development, content development. As a matter of fact, even in comedy, some of the most interesting videos to watch now are AI leveraged. There's this guy that used to do this, that does this content where he's playing in the water and then he comes out and it's like there's a mermaid or something. What's his name? Yeah. You know, if that guy adds AI to what he's doing, right? There's this other guy that I think who did that content where he was trying to run away from something, and he turned and there was a snake on the tree. And there was something like that. You see, with AI you can exaggerate more. You can put things where if you had to create it literally, you pay millions of dollars in production. I saw Nas Boy do his announcement for his store recently, and there was a drone camera that flew in across the city and everything, and it came to him on his seat where he was sitting in his office, and he announced the show. AI, right? Everybody is incorporated. There was one that he did with Omotola to push her movie, where Omotola said she will not dance in movies, and then he was saying, I go help you sell your movie, and then he used AI to now make Omotola dance. Truly amazing. This is the time to incorporate AI in your workflow. Thank you.
Round of applause for Ajebo.
I don't even want to have that feeling that I'm here to lecture. So I'm just going to speak to you from my experiences. I don't want a situation whereby I say I'm giving a lecture when you can easily type it on ChatGPT or Google, look for AI, and then they give you all the answers. What those things cannot give you is my own experience. So I'm going to speak to you from my experiences. Ladies and gentlemen, from my own topic here, I knew very well that it was Uche that gave those kind of complex topics. Where is he, sir? He's outside, okay. All right, so I will start by saying that you first and foremost need to know what is driving you. Yes. Because if you don't know what is driving you, trust me, you will get bust up, you will stop there. This work, I've done it for over 20 years. Yes. And I always preach mentorship. Because your own experience as an embryo can take you nowhere. But you must create your own experiences from other people's experiences. Those you look at as models. Those you look at as mentors. That's where you drive your own experience from. That's the truth about it. Especially for comedy, because I'm speaking from comedy. Right? I remember back in the days when we used to walk under Julius Agu. You know, so you leave your house, 3 days you never go back house. Because you think you want to learn. You have the passion to learn. 3 good days, you know, day your house. Then you ask me, what were you wearing? Where were you changing your clothes? Now Julius' clothes. Now look at me and look at Julius. His shirt, they stop around here. For my body. Because we want to learn. We wear his trousers. He did like a bookie. You know, those were the passion stages that kept us going. Those were the things that were driving us. But I doubt in this age if that same passion still there. That's the truth. And now, the kind of country that we're in, we misinterpret a whole lot of things. We are in that age where an artist feels that he's greater than the audience that he's performing for. If they don't celebrate you, you're not a celebrity. And not them will celebrate you. They will give you the numbers. So, my simple advice that I tell upcoming comedians or established ones, you must learn how to negotiate your relationship through your art. Sorry, this is my observation. I've noticed that sometimes, or most times, one of the most funniest comedians might be here now, and he'll perform. He'll crack the hell out of everybody here. But if we want to do event, we'll still go look for basketball. We'll look for Alibaba. We'll look for all those people. There was a time Goodluck Jonathan wanted to do one of those forums where, you know, there's a parley between, you know, the industry, the Nollywood industry and the government. When they were releasing the funds, they still go call the big leader. Can I hear them? So you must stick with the realities. In this business, you like it or not, in this business, experience matters. That's a change.
Noble was trying to sell me an insurance policy. Like we all know insurance policy people, they are almost as tenacious as they are the most dogged people you'd meet. People have told them like the Jehovah's Witness and said these are the most tenacious people you'd meet. And so Noble will come to me at every point in time and tell me, we need to buy an insurance policy. We need to buy insurance. And genuinely, I'm not as knowledgeable as I am now. I didn't see the reason. I didn't see why. You know. And so at some point he stopped and said, okay, please can I sell at least to your friends? And I said, you know, at some point I hope we'll do business. Every single month for 3 years, non-stop. At the beginning of every month, Noble will send me a message, happy new month. I'm hoping that this is the month that we'll do business. And 1 year later, exactly at the same time, and I said, first of all, is that this guy is not winning? Like, are you still in this company? Are you still trying to sell me something and I've not worked for 5 years? Fast forward to about 2 years ago, I lost my mom. So my mom was pretty ill. And then we had done all the surgeries and gone through the hospital runs and all of that. And then, unfortunately, I didn't lose my mom. And so I was sitting outside my house in the car one day, and a friend of mine drove up. And my friend said, man, it's sad, but at least one good thing is that you don't have to spend too much. I've never met this guy, but I find this guy one of the most amazing content creators I've ever come across. I watched something he did for InDrive. It's ridiculous. Him and Nasboy. Ridiculous. First of all, somebody was saying how do you transition from one to another. Nasboy is the answer to that. He started content creating, and right now he can stand toe to toe with some of the biggest artists we have. So it's
So I tried to start the growth animation. Yeah, so I realized something very important. That my animation at that point was encompassing everything had become. It was like everything. It was like my life journey. It was not like starting something new. It was everything I have been doing. You get? So it was not like I'm starting from scratch. That's the problem with people. See, everybody. The problem with people is that they're always trying to live in other people's shadow. You see somebody is doing skits because you say okay, maybe person cash out maybe like one kind $2,000 or $2 million. Make I go to school, do start my own skit. You buy phone, you buy tripod, you set camera, bam, you won't start your own. That's the problem. You know, when I said, when I visited a relation, I discovered I was living in people's shadow. You know, I was not doing what I was supposed to do. That's when I started the animation. I mean, like I said, I took like 2 weeks to make my first animation. My drawing tablet back then was so big and useless. Like, it was very big but inefficient. I'm talking about like 2 big grams. So, I'm talking about 2 big grams of so imagine trying to draw a line. The line will process. I mean, animation is. Let's stop here first. Animation is like length of frames. You get. You have to draw and draw and draw again. For you to make a character talk, you have to draw each mouth lip sync. Do you know how serious that is? Yeah. So I had to take 2 weeks to draw 20 seconds animation. That was how long. My first animation. Imagine you are posting your first content online and it's having 100,000 views. I swear they don't go you away. In content creating. So I posted my first animation and I got 100,000. You see, so when you leave everything you're doing for purpose, sometimes you feel like this boy is crazy, this boy doesn't know what he's doing. But now you know what's in your heart, you get. So my first animation, I remember the views, 100,000, as I said, every shaker in popular voice. And then that his friend will be the one saying, you know, with his big voice. So I started that. I started with high school. You know, the characters will get high and stuff. So I just go to second folder. Yeah. So I incorporate artificial intelligence. The world has advanced. Apart from that, animators also now work for me because I know I'm bigger than it. And yes, I got my dream car too, and I'm really happy about that. So some things that just happen, they will just fall in place when you are like vigorously. I have to make a lot of sacrifice. I won't lie. I have to make. In fact, my bro is a pure extrovert. It goes out very well. Like a lot of interesting events. I have to shut down those things. Up to now, I'm still shutting it down. Sacrifice. I'm still making no sacrifices. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't end, but we just have to feel progress because I feel I have like bigger plans. So these are the major software that I use. In short, Adobe Animate, so because I have a tutorial platform and a lot of people with a lot of activity, so they really want to incorporate AI into creating animation. So people, they have crazy ideas, beautiful ideas, but you know, they can't draw, they can't do all that. It's not like my story because I had a very hard story, so I can do all that. That's why my own work is unique.
Eating? No, not eating. It's like visiting a village that is not civilized, then you steal their gold and this thing and give them whatever, maybe biscuits, something like that. Maybe give them sweets. For the fact that I've not seen sweets before, you give them, take their gold, something like that.
And you think this can bring proper recognition, branding, they can make prominent people in the society recognize your work? And they want to do business with you?
Yeah, I've done business with some brands. So just
I told you once. Yeah? It's valid, right? What are you saying?
No, your question.
You're my question, right? So, sir, Like I said, I think you are one person. I know, I just beat him. I told you now. I did not know that I used to eat people online. I saw him. No, instinct. How powerful instinct, yeah? I saw him and I was like, let me speak to you. And a lot of people here, the kind of content you do controls the kind of audience that listens to you.
Hello everyone, my name is Edo Pikin, also known as Ajebo. I'm the founder of Ajebo Multiverse and a stand-up comedian. About the future of content creation and AI in Nigeria. Yes, AI will affect the future of content creation. You see, one of the limitations to content creation is being able to do a lot of things, stunts, film tricks, and all those elements that seem like you needed big budgets to create, right? AI is making those things easier to achieve, and then if we have these at our disposal, we'll create better content. So embrace AI as a content creator, start to study and understudy how each platform works, and let's see where it takes us from there. You know, I mean, we should be able to create cinema standard effects and 3D effects and transitions and all of that. So yes, AI will shape the future of content creation. The question is, are you going to be there when we get there?
The thing is, we've got to learn what this AI is. If you are a creative, you can't run away from it. If not, it's either you take from AI or AI will take from you. It's either you or AI will take your job from you. So that is just it. So it will greatly affect people creating content if you don't follow up, if you don't move with it, if you don't move with technology, if you don't move with what is trend, if you don't move with what has come to stay. AI has come to stay. AI come to stay. And if you're very natural, you know what you do, you're very original, I don't think you're going to feel it that much, because people relate more with authenticity than perfection. Yeah, it's perfection. What you have here is authentic. So that marry everything together and you become the best of you in every era. Thank you.
Like I say, AI is a tool that helps creatives to scale up in terms of all of the creativity that they have and everything that they can do. It's not something that is out there to take your job. It's something that is it's out there to help you to create better, to write better script, to create better characters and all of that. It's never ever going to be able to create what you did not prompt it to create. Prompting is very important in AI. So as far as I see, in terms of branding, which is what I spoke about here earlier today, I am very satisfied with the quality of self-branding that the Nigerian content creators have done. What I am interested in seeing is how they will create better stories going forward, better long-form content going forward, and maybe be able to position themselves better. That's what I think. My name is John Upah. I lead the Media Icons Africa team. Thank you.
All right, so how would AI affect the future of stand-up comedy? Yes. Well, I think stand-up comedy has passed through phases. It didn't start this way. It's been there for a time. And as the times change, the comedians also, found a way to, change with the times. Before now, we used to have just stand-up comedy, but then now you have things like content creation and all that. So I think with time, when AI comes to, which it has, the comedians will always find a way to marry both. That's the whole essence. Yeah.
My name is Miles, and I think AI would help the future of content creators in different ways. But for me, I think it's gonna help in different ways, like editing, script writing. AI would help you to edit a lot of things, and it can actually help you with ideas. You can just pull your idea on AI, then it's going to bring it up, and it will actually come out in a very nice way, instead of you have to rack your head and So AI is a very good thing, and I believe it's going to help content creators. I believe so much that it's going to help us.